This shit feel like game 7. Put lines up through my S's. Wake up in the morning, count my blessings.
Welcome to the Money Down. We got our guy, Melvin Gordon, Wisconsin Legend, NFL vet. And we got our dog, Cool Ken, with us tonight, too. So we got a packed house. Got some good stuff to talk about. I mean, number one, we got, Mel Kiper was on ESPN, earlier today, kind of talking some foolishness, NFL, everybody's used to, these high-scoring games, all these passing yards, all these points being scored. He threw out some wild information. We'll just cut to the video. I won't even let him get to it.
The field. I said what Bradshaw did with Stallworth and Swad, Roger Staubach. That's what I want to see brought back. Say, well, you can't do that, right? Well, you got a 5-yard rule with the cornerbacks, right? The Mel Blunt rule, right? Now with the push thing with Hurt, you got to be a yard back now. So don't tell me you can't have those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage than they are. I was at games where I'm thinking, hey, too high? They're out in outer space. I couldn't even find us. They're playing with 9 guys, right? Where are the other 2? Oh, the other 2, they're so daggone far back, and even though they're part of the damn play. I'm telling you, we got to change this thing, and we got to have, hey, you can warn them. They come up, hey, guys, you got to get up a little bit, right? You're too far back. Warn those safeties.
You go ahead and cut it, Perk. But
figure out.
I don't know how y'all feel about that. I'm sure everybody probably feel the same way, but anybody can weigh in first before I say.
See my man's on the side sharing the screen.
But that makes no sense. Like,
man, he a vet in the game, man, but he tripping with that one.
That boy need to stick to the draft boy and keep it pushing.
Exactly. He heard today. He said, "I'm going viral today. I got something."
He want that clickbait. He want that clickbait.
He's gonna fuck him up today, man.
I got him with this one, babe.
They gonna know what to do with this.
You ain't got us with that.
I wonder if they were talking about that. Like ESPN, they do like the little where they have like a pre-meet. Ain't no way he said that in that pre-meeting. It's just he had to go off the radar with that.
He knew what he was doing. Like
I just think it's crazy, man. Like obviously, too high safeties. Yeah, like it can't be beat. First off, run the ball. That's the easy thing to do. Run the ball, get them out of the too high shell. That's a simple way to do it. And there's routes to beat too high safeties. Like there's holes in that defense too. So it's not like just too high means you can't score points. It ain't gonna be no high scoring football games. It means either the quarterback got to read it right or the offensive coordinator got to dial it up right. That's as simple as that. And not like cover 2 or cover 4s like some cover 8 some new stuff that ain't been happening in the NFL. Everybody done seen this damn defense before, so why we acting like it's brand new?
I don't even know why we wasting our breath on this foolishness, bro.
It's crazy too, because like when you listen to the whole thing, he naming quarterbacks from I don't know
1675 when TVs was black and white. You feel me? And the announcers talk like this.
But it's so ironic. Literally earlier this week, I want to say Monday night, they had Peyton Manning on there kind of breaking down how to beat quarters coverage. And any DB know, like, man, I would hate when our DC would call, quarters coverage because it's so easy to beat. And they always tell you, like, that safety might be there. And every time, a team catch you in quarters, they're going to find a perfect play and it's going to beat you and you backside by yourself. And we got the clip right here.
He's got a quarter of the field. He's got a quarter. He's got a quarter. He's got a quarter. A good play versus quarters is a 15-yard in route by the slot. That's going to hold this safety. A little drag by the tight end. That's going to hold this linebacker. A little 15-yard comeback on the backside. That'll hold that corner.
And it's easy. That backside corner, boy, your ass on that island by yourself.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of times that cover 4 end up being man-to-man, essentially, at the end of the day. So it's basically some one-on-ones. That safety most likely ain't going to be there, especially if he got that end breaking around the slot. He gonna bite on that, got that post behind it, and that's tough for a corner to cover 4. Most likely going to be an outside leverage. There's a lot of room to run out there. So it's ways to beat it. You scheme it up. I've seen it time and time again. I don't know why Mel decided to come on TV and say some outlandish stuff where we need to outlaw, too high safeties. it's not anything brand new. And people been getting after him, so he got what he wanted. He done went viral.
That's the goal. I seen Will Compton with mad.
He got a subscription on ESPN for that draft, right?
Yeah.
Pulling in. The bread coming in.
Ain't nobody thinking about Mel right now, man. Mel Kiper, you better figure out a way to stay relevant.
But the thing about it is like,
and he was in it.
And the thing about it is, we talked about it before. It's just like, man, you just handcuffing the defense even more. It's just like, you really just want this to be an offensive game where you can see deep 70-yard pass. After a while, that shit gonna get boring too. Like, seeing people just lob the ball up in the air every other play, you do some things like that because people are gonna take more shots. And I think that's gonna make the game even more boring. People like to see good defense. I know I do. I like to see a good schemed up defensive game. I like to see the new disguises, show one, drop two. You said what?
I said you a defensive player though.
Yeah, I know the whole way with the Ravens.
They trying to X y'all boys out. That running back position, man, it just seems like
that's another thing, bro. They like devaluing the position of the running back just for stuff like this, bro. That's why it's important. We talk about it too to establish the run game, bro. You have a good run game. You pay these RBs that's making these big plays. I mean, you gonna get the safeties into the box, but if you treating the running back like they dinosaurs, like you gonna get 2 high looks every time, and they gonna let the front four roll. Like, it is what it is.
Yeah, it's true though, man. And other football news, we got to turn to my guy Ken, man. I don't think we discussed this on the pod last week. Tua obviously, got a concussion issues. They put him on IR. I don't know what's your thoughts on your quarterback. Whether you think he should call it, how he should do it. Should he come back? Maybe not this year, maybe next year. Sit out a whole year. Try and shake back. There's a lot of ways to handle it. The dude only 26 years old. I know a lot of us, as football players, you taught to, tough it out, kind of thug it out and all that stuff. But the head injuries, it's a real thing. You got to think about life after football. So I know how you feel, how he should handle his situation going forward.
Keep it a buck too, Ken.
Tua, that's my man. Of course I'm going to keep it a buck, man. Tua, my man's, dog. But I can't, I've never played football, so I can't relate. I ain't been in his position. But, man, life is precious, man. Life is precious. And he just had a newborn, I think, last year. So you got to put your family first, man. Health comes first, man. Health comes first. Football is a dangerous sport. And it's not looking good for him. In the shoes, I will retire. You got the bread. I don't know how it's going to work out if you retire. I'm pretty sure they got some plan where you get your money. Take care of your family, man. Just take care of your family.
How you feel about it, Mel? What you think about that situation with Tua?
It's tough. I done been hurt before. When my rookie year, I had that microfracture, and people told me like it's a 50% chance that you might not play again. I'm like, you feel me? Like, you was sick about it. So it's hard to say because we're not in those shoes. You feel me? Like, where the whole world telling you, oh, you should be done. You know what I'm saying? I think it is a conversation he needs to sit down and have amongst himself and, with his family. I don't think that that's something that, it's a rash decision that you just make. Like, forget it, I'm just finna come out here, or forget it, I'm finna retire. He been playing football his whole life. You know what I'm saying? And give it up like that. Like, and it's definitely a good reason for giving it up, but it's still a tough decision at the end of the day. So, I think, I don't know. I think it just needs to be a long conversation he needs to sit down and have with him and his peers.
Yeah, and I say like we all got egos too. When everybody on TV, doctors telling you like you need to call it. Like we man, we try to go. We go the opposite direction. Like, all right, y'all don't think I can't go out there and play. Like I don't give a damn. I'm gonna go out there. I just got paid. Maybe I feel like I got to live up to my contract and this and that. We got a good football team. I don't want to let that go to waste. It's a lot of factors, man. But yeah, it's definitely just kind of sit down with your family, discuss it, your wife, your kids, because look, they want you to be there for them. Once football is all the way done. Football only lasts so long. We all think we're going to play forever, but that's unrealistic. We all going to have to make that hard decision at some point to call it. But it's tough, man. Like I said, 26 years old. I couldn't imagine like being at 26 in that position. Yeah. A few concussions. I wouldn't know what to do. I'm like, damn, I don't really know what I want to do after football's over. Where I might just try one more year just to see, if I don't get hurt again. So I don't know where his mental space is at. He seems like a good dude. I don't know him personally. Seems like a family dude too. So I'm sure he's going to have a lot of, those tough conversations over the next few weeks or however it may be with them. But it's a hard decision to make, man. I don't know if anybody else think that.
I just feel like, too, even with it being a tough decision, like how many times have, our parents told us something before and we still be hard-headed, or even the people around us talk to us and it's like, hey, man, you put your hand on that stove, you're going to get burnt. And guess what you do? You still find a way. You still find a way to, you know what I'm saying? You still find a way to do it. So I think it's extremely tough for him, man. And, the right decision and obvious decision would be to retire. But again, we're talking about something we've been doing, all of us, we've been playing football literally since the time that we could play it. So it's kind of embedded in us. I know we talk about trying to find, ourselves, but it's in our DNA. That's all we know. So to just in a quick split second say, hey, man, I'm going to retire, it's pretty much, I don't see it happening, man. I do think, though, moving forward with him, I want him to, you know what I'm saying? Some of this stuff is avoidable. Like this last concussion, was avoidable. Yeah. Slide your ass on the ground, man, and get back in the huddle. You feel me? But, it's going to be something that's going to have to be an emphasis for him, if you want to continue to play this sport.
But that's a good point. And then got some other quarterback news that we talked about, early in the week on the pod. Kind of let Mel and, Ken weigh in on the Bryce Young situation. He had a rough rookie year last year, got, sacked a ton, didn't look great. I mean, they didn't have him in a great situation. Fired a head coach. They got new GM, a lot of stuff going on, bringing a new head coach, bringing some weapons, some offensive linemen. First 2 weeks, still struggling. So they decided to bench him. I don't know how y'all feel about that situation. Is it, more on Bryce Young, more on the franchise? Like, does he get back in there at some point this year? Should he sit the rest of the season before he figures it out? I mean, I saw his interview today, post-practice and everything. Seems like he handled it the right way. He took some accountability for it. And he's like, look, every time that ball hit my hands, like I didn't do enough for it, and that's why the reason I got benched. So I like to hear that from him because he's definitely accountable for some of it. I kind of shed my light on it. I feel like last year affected him this season. You get hit that much, man, that changes everything for you. And you got a new offense, so your head's kind of spinning. So I know what's y'all thoughts on the Bryce Young benching.
Me personally, I think he should have got more time back there. I mean, you see Zach Wilson, you see all these other guys, getting 2-3 years, 4 years too. Like out there making mistakes is part of it. Pat Mahomes sat his whole first year. Like, some of these guys need time to develop. Everybody's not going to be C.J. Stroud. I understand that that's what people want, but that is not the situation for everyone. Right. I mean, let's just be realistic. This is the league. Like, it's not easy to go out there. They traded away all their good pieces. Granted, they traded it for him, but you got to keep some of those guys. You
McCaffrey, DJ Moore.
Like, you let all these star guys. You get these picks. You get the guys you want, and then you trade them off. And it's like, okay, what do you think is going to happen? You give this man no pieces, really. And the rookie or something to come in there and a rookie receiver to come in there, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. He's going to struggle. Like I can name you. I can name you Adam Thielen is their best receiver.
They got Deontay Johnson, but he ain't done much just yet. I know he's had some issues even throughout his career with some up and down performances. I think he's a good player, route runner, everything, but he's definitely been up and down throughout his career. I think they tried to add some pieces for him, but to me it's too little, too late. I mean, he should do that last year to help him out in his rookie season.
The question I got for you, James and Mel, you know what I'm saying, as vets, right, as important players to y'all team, how would you approach him and how would you talk to him to kind of keep his confidence and, you know what I'm saying, keep him dialed in, right? Like, he gotta. It's more so, I think, here and now. Yeah, on top of, you know what I'm saying, like you said, James, we got egos, we prideful, man. This shit all over ESPN, all over Bleacher Report, all over Instagram. So it's a lot of, you know what I'm saying? I could imagine, you know, your confidence done took a hit. Yeah. So you need the guys in the locker room to kind of rally around you and speak some wisdom and some encouragement to you. What would, you know, y'all two in y'all position, how would y'all kick game to the young fella?
Yeah, I'm gonna just kick some positivity to him every single day. He makes some good throws in practice, you know, boost his head up, go out there, shred up the starting defense, you know, work on them fundamentals, and just keep it positive for him. Because it's not gonna go away. It's gonna be all year to where he's gonna be hearing, you know, different stuff about what he did last year, what he's done this year. And you can see it on his walk out to practice. You see the little clips, you know, today him walking out to practice. And man, he looks sad. That shit tough. You know what I'm saying? To be #1 overall pick and you already feeling like people calling you a bust, and he's only been, you know, one season. Like, damn, like I get 1 year to prove myself as a starter in this league. That's pretty crazy. I think everybody wants that instant gratification. So for his teammates, just rally around him. You know, even the defenders when he's making good plays on y'all, like oh, good stuff, Bryce. Like that's what we need, like type of thing. Even like the vets like Andy Dalton, who's taking his spot, he has to motivate him too and push him in practice to continue to be better. I think that's the type of teamwork you need to get that guy his confidence back. Because I always say it, quarterback, you know, DB, that junk, all about confidence. Once that's gone, it's hard to play.
And honestly, I think just to reiterate that, man, confidence is everything in this league. And you don't have it, it don't matter what position you at. You don't have it, you done. Because that is self-doubt. As soon as you doubt yourself with someone that's fully confident in what they got going on, their ability, what they watching, you done for it. Like that's hesitation in your game and you done. Like, so the thing with him is just, you know, like I said, when he make a good throw, you just got to be there to encourage him. Just kind of keep him on track, man. Like that's really what you have to do because, and he just got to realize himself too that I can't let them shake my confidence. They was ready to Harrison, the receiver from the Cardinals. They was ready.
Yeah. Marvin Harrison after week 1, like they ready to crucify him, like.
They was ready to cancel him after. Oh, he a bust. I'm reading this stuff like, God, no. He
crazy.
Came back. So I mean, it's a world that's so different now because it's so much social media, and that can break your confidence too if you let them do it. And I heard Shannon Sharp. I was watching their thing, and he was just like, man, I can't let nobody. They was talking about this too. And he was like, man, I can't let nobody knock my confidence because it was a lot of people doubting me and they don't know what it took for me to get here. So why would I let a couple of players shake me and knock me off my game? You're not going to be perfect. It is the league. Everybody's going to get humbled at some point. Like, it just is what it is. So, I mean, it's for the vets in that locker room. I don't know how many they have to just let him know that. Like, bro, look, bro, I mean, just stay at it. You got to watch extra film. You got to stay after practice. Yeah. I'm locked in. I'm the first one there. I'm the last one to leave. I got to do everything I need to do. And maybe he's doing that, but, you know, they should have gave him more time, my opinion. But, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah. Tough situation, man. Tough situation all around. But I think Baker Mayfield said it best. Like his best performance is probably, you know, still ahead of him. His career is going to be long, in my opinion. Just let him figure things out, but he just got to attack it the right way. You definitely can't let that junk spiral on you because you start reading all them comments and watching all these clips. That junk be hard, boy. You don't be searching your name on Twitter and Instagram.
I don't know if y'all know. Maybe y'all know better than I do. Is the head coach like an offensive guy or a
offensive guy? Offensive guy. He the guy who helped, you know, Geno Smith and Baker Mayfield kind of shake back. He did it with Geno in Seattle and with Baker in Tampa. So that's why they went out and got him as a head coach. He's done it in previous places, so that's what they were looking for. Like I said, I just don't know whether the benching, you know, came from him or it came from up top from the ownership. I don't know. I mean, obviously it's going to make it seem like it's from the coach, but you never know. But the owner, he was on the field at practice yesterday or today. So
I mean, have y'all watched him? Have y'all watched him closely? Like, do he got it? Like, do he not got it?
No, he got it. If you watch it, he got some clips where he throwing with the anticipation. You know, I know everybody say he's short and he's skinny and like all that, but you see like the flashes. It ain't been very consistent, but I just don't think enough was done for him last year to help him to where like this year, like I said, once you get sacked 62 times as a rookie, dog, I'm messed up.
What?
Yeah,
that happened
62 times.
That happened to who just went through that? Didn't Justin Fields go through that too?
Yeah, Justin Fields. Yeah. They
he was sacked like 60 plus times in the season.
I just mess up your processing, and that's what he was. That's what they was raving about in the draft process with him was his processing. I feel like that's messed up, and if that's like your key trait, and you ain't got that, right now it's gonna be hard to succeed. So, I mean, I definitely wish him the best of luck going forward.
I'm telling you right now, them defenses running too high. Them defenses running too high against him.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, what I want to say though is like, man, so much of it is all placement in the league where you get drafted, right? Like you got certain players that, you know what I'm saying? If you go top 5, right? Like 1 through 5, you could literally be a Super Bowl game-changing type player, but if you go to a bad situation, man, it's gonna take a couple years off your, you know what I'm saying, off your lifespan in the league. And I feel like that's what it is with him. You kind of said, Mel, like, does he have it? And he has it, right? Like, there's games last year that he played where, again, like James said, anticipating, putting the ball in spots only the receiver can get it. And then also just being a playmaker, what we saw in college and what got him to be the number 1 pick. He has that, but I just think it's a bad situation in Carolina, dog. When, like you said, you trade away all your key pieces, McCaffrey gone, Burns gone. You know what I'm saying? Like,
man,
it's doomed, and it's just tough. And also, too, that 100% came from up top, man. Like you got a coach, like you said, that kind of.
Change guys,
help 2 guys change their career and on the path that they was going. I mean, literally, we were talking about Baker being out the league. Like, we were talking about Geno being out the league. And here it is, those guys have revived their career, and now they're household and they're starters for 2 very good teams. And I think that's what it is with him. I'm surprised. I ain't going to lie. If I was him, that trade with Crest would have been in that game on Sunday.
The quarterback, man.
Hey, Staffy retiring soon. You can develop behind Staffy and come to LA. That's all I'm saying.
It's tough, too, because I'm going to tell y'all, mentally it's draining because when I got drafted, I was Todd went before me.
Yeah.
And I had the worst. I'm talking about ain't scored no touchdowns. Now, granted, Todd having the season of his life. Rookie year, all that. The situation is no different, but it's actually flipped though. Like, bruh, and that off season was I'm talking about stress. I was having nightmares. I'm like, I gotta come back and do my thing. Like, I gotta do something. Like, so I can only imagine being one and the guy taking behind you, like, is having the season that you want. That mess with your mental. Like, you can't tell me you're not thinking about that. You see CJ Stroud over everything. Like, he's that. He ran a rookie of the year. He got his team to the playoffs. They was in the same situation y'all was in. All that plays a factor into that mental. Like, if he see this, bro, let it go, bro.
And I want to say this too. If he see this, if CJ went and won, he'd be in the same shit right now. He'd be in the same, and you would be in Houston cutting it up. Like, it's all off placement, man. That franchise, I seen the owner walking around at practice. Look at, Twitter a crazy place, man. They got some crazy ass comments. Yeah. But the owner need to figure that shit on him. I don't know what he need to do. He need to do something, though. Yeah,
you got to get that figured out. And to continue on the same topic of being benched, we got Devin White. He was benched in Tampa, last year towards the end of the year. He's only coming in on third downs and stuff. Yeah, he got benched last year in Tampa. And then free agent, signed with the Eagles. I know he was talking about how him and Howie Roseman was talking about how he could be one of those guys, kind of revitalize his career going to the Eagles. Week 1, he had the ankle injury, quote unquote, didn't play in Brazil. And then last week he was a healthy scratch. Now he's coming off the bench. First round draft pick, had a heck of a first couple years. And I don't know if it was the effort thing, not knowing what to do, get a little complacent. Now he coming off the bench in Philly. I mean, he's handling it pretty well. I mean, he's not, saying anything crazy in the media about how he should be starting and all that. But how y'all feel about that situation? I just think it's crazy, man. He was a guy you thought was going to be one of the top, paid linebackers. he fits that mold of that new school linebacker, sideline to sideline and all that. But I think it just goes to show, man, like you gotta keep that performance up, man. You may have a couple good years. You don't keep that stuff up. You can't be going to the table talking about you need this and that top dollar and like, hey, we turn on this film. Where you at? Like, it ain't the same. So it's crazy. I don't know what's y'all thoughts on his little situation.
I think it's something internally. It had to be something like probably done indoors that we don't know about.
Yeah.
But also too, Eagles are deep at linebacker though. It's not like the linebacker core is weak. They have a lot of strong people out there balling. So maybe he just bottom on the depth chart right now. I mean,
you get hurt. That happens sometimes.
Yeah, but it's so hard to. But it's so hard to. It's so hard to just. I don't know, to see something like that. You got a guy that's like you said was expected to be one of the highest paid linebackers in the league, and to me, he was one of the best linebackers in the league, right? Like he was balling out in Tampa. So like that, shocking to me. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I will say this: it ain't shocking from the standpoint of, and I've talked to a couple of friends that I know that's in the league that was down here, and we always talk about the politics side of football, and I won't say the person's name, but me and him had a conversation, and he was saying like how he didn't believe in that part of the game as far as politics, and he was a first round pick, and I always told him like it's a lot of weight that come with that first round title, right? You might get a couple more shots than a lot more people, but I always say you gonna see the politics side of this motherfucker at some point. Might be year 1, it might be year 10, right? And I think that's what he's going through. Also, I mean, obviously he did have the quote unquote ankle injury, but I want to say Philly paid him a decent amount of money for this 1 year. It might have been
let me see
10, maybe. I want to say 10. So when you get paid like that, you supposed to play.
Yeah,
and him not playing is something going on in there. Like that's internally that we might not know about. Maybe he ain't processing the playbook. But I don't think it's a talent thing because he is a good player.
Yeah, he only got one year, $4 million. So what nothing crazy.
Damn, no, I wasn't nothing crazy.
It's got to be something.
Yeah, that's based off that tape last year. I'm telling you, you get benched in Tampa. The dude that stepped in for him, he was balling too. Like he playing physical, everything. I forget his name. I think he's like an LSU linebacker or something. I don't know his name. Yeah, but he went out and did his thing. So that's just the nature of the league, man. You don't keep that performance high, you're gonna get left behind, dog.
Left behind ain't the word. They ain't remember you, bro. I mean, I played against bro, and I was like, he one of them ones for real. Like, bro, I just thought he was a good linebacker. I went up against a lot of linebackers. I thought he was one of them, but that politics is a hey. Sometimes that talent don't outbeat that. No,
you can't sometimes.
That's the you think the
undefeated. The politics undefeated.
The grass is not green on the other end. If I can go back and change everything, I would never lead the Chargers. Because, bro, you just as a first round pick, bro, you don't think about that. Like, I mean, you see it, but you don't understand it until you in it. The politics, because you don't deal with it. You one of they, you know what I'm saying? You the first round, you one of the guys from the team you with. You go to another team, it's like, and then you getting paid that. It's like, yeah, you a first round pick, but you wasn't our first round pick.
Yeah, you back at the bottom of the totem pole.
So you whatever you did over there, I need to see times 10 if you want some love over here. And Philly ain't one of them places where. You know what I'm saying? You come outside like that, you think it's gonna be sweet unless you just come in on some Paint Manning type time in Denver. Like, it ain't finna be sweet. Or AJ Brown, like you come in and just wrecking it like that. But
like, they gotta pay you right away.
Saquon, they had to pay Saquon.
Y'all heard over there it's tough upstairs. I'm not gonna lie. I heard upstairs is tough. So I understand, but I just knew he was gonna come over there and make some noise, man. That's surprising to hear right there. I'm shocked.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and kind of speaking about
Philly tough. Philly tough.
It is tough.
They be booing Jalen Hurts and shit like Philly tough.
You kind of talk about reunion. You and the Chargers. We had Kareem Hunt. He signed back with the Chiefs. Isaiah Pacheco. He got banged up. So I don't know if y'all Y'all think it's gonna be one of them? The most because when he's back with the Chiefs, man, that boy had the juice. I played him his first ever game.
So bad.
Yeah.
I want him the ball so bad because bro was supposed to be one of them ones too with the Chiefs to get paid crazy.
Was.
No,
that rookie year was ridiculous.
Bro,
first game we played him. Yeah, first game we played him. He caught us up.
Ridiculous, bro.
He went down.
Yeah, I hope he has a great year, man. I hope he finishes the entire year with the Chiefs, man. He definitely a guy. When he last played, he was still playing at a pretty high level.
Yeah.
I think it's a great fit with Pacheco going down. He brings physicality. He catch the football. He can do everything they need to do. And he a big dude too. So I'm sure he's probably geeked to be back there. It's just a great situation. Obviously, you got Mahomes. You got a ton of speed at receiver, so you're gonna get some favorable looks. And it's gonna be tough on Pacheco too. This kind of what we talk. You get banged up, man.
It's
and Kareem Hunt step in there. He
go crazy.
He get the ball in.
Gonna get kind of crazy. It might be pop contract year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's year 3 for him. Yeah, year 3. So it's a year to get an extension. Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you. That system now. That system one of them ones now.
Yeah.
And they think it's their system. That's the crazy. And I'm not saying that it's not, but from a organization standpoint, they feel like we can replace you because it's our system. And you've seen that in recent years with them letting go, Tyreek. Like who the hell would have been like when they decided to not pay Tyreek Hill and let him?
It's like
ain't nobody. I know I sure as hell didn't think like, oh, these boys here going be back in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think so,
I appreciate that.
You gotta love it. But they for sure think it's their system too. And also, man, Andy Reid has been. We talked about it. Certain teams get away from, running the ball. He has been running the ball lately. Like he's incorporating his game. It used to be it used to be pass heavy, right? Like Andy Reid would throw that motherfucker 4 times out. You know what I'm saying? All 4 down.
Now a play he didn't have that I was like, man, that's gonna work.
That's gonna work. How'd you like, yo?
That's gonna work too. I think Kareem Hunt going. I mean, first of all, you back home, bro. We just talked about the grass ain't green on the other end, and I'm pretty sure that he's been miserable since he left.
Yeah.
And it ain't nothing like being back home and to get that opportunity and that chance to come back home again, bro. And I used to watch film on bro. Bro was ridiculous with some of the stuff he was doing.
Yeah.
I seen him jump cut. He made a jump cut. As soon as he jump cut, he hopped and jumped over a person. I said, oh my God.
How you do that?
Ninja out here. I said, he's different. You gotta get paid. And that's not happening. And I spoke with bro. I'm cool with bro. So I'm happy for him, man. I know he gonna make the best of that because he at home. Ain't nothing like being at home watching. No, you know what I mean. That alone is motivation now.
yeah, man. And you on a good team too.
Yeah, man. I say that about KC too. They bring them boys back home. Miko came home. You feel me? Yeah. Kareem back. Them boys are bringing the home team back, man.
Yeah. That's what's up. Then we're gonna turn to some week 3 NFL matchups. I think we got some pretty decent matchups. We got as we doing the pod right now. My Patriots getting beat down 21-3 on Thursday Night Football.
Oh boy,
but
smoke.
Hey, we not getting smoked like them Rams though. So we ain't.
Hey, you got a whole fourth quarter left. You might at least we put up 10.
I mean, y'all got 41 put on you. I mean,
hey, goodness. Like we said, you got a whole quarter left. That's all.
For sure, we do.
And y'all doing too. Y'all done lost Cooper Kupp.
Oh yeah. No, I wouldn't say we do. We got some young talent. We got some young talent. You know.
Are you a Rams fan?
Born and raised.
Yeah. He a Rams fan. I get it to him, bro. He a Rams fan.
Know.
He said, "Wow."
Know your friends. Know your friends.
Born and raised.
We got some pretty good matchups though. We got Texans, Vikings, both 2-0. We got Eagles, Saints. That should be a good one. I know Mel before we came on, he said he liked the Eagles, and that one we'll get into that.
Ooh.
We got Chargers, Steelers, both 2-0. That'll be a physical matchup on both sides, offense and defense. Who else we got here? Got Dolphins, Seahawks. That'll be a good matchup, Kenny. As long as y'all quarterback play, step in there. So I think that, and then Falcons Chiefs. So y'all stepping.
All right, nah,
step. Yeah. So it's a pretty
shout out to Jude
Sunday night. Yeah, shout out my dog Judon. And so I know what matchup y'all looking forward to for week 3. Which one y'all think gonna be pretty?
I'm not gonna lie to you. That Texans and Minnesota game is intriguing for sure. And then on top of that, just seeing how Purdy came to flow at the end of that game and told him like, man, your defense crazy. So I'm interested to see what he gonna throw at CJ Stroud, who got a year under this belt, done seen a lot of coverages. Now, you know what I'm saying, you going against somebody who, like you said, he done showed cover 0 and been in cover 2. Just
hurt too.
I seen him.
I know he was hurt. He got hurt.
Yeah. Jetta's playing. He came. He said he playing. Yeah, I seen it today.
He on my fantasy,
So that's gonna be an interesting game, man. I want to see what a young CJ Stroud gonna do against a big dog from the defensive coordinator spot.
Yeah. I'm excited for that matchup too. I just seeing the clips. I retweeted a clip. They had Flo walking up and down the sideline, kind of motivating his players, talking this stuff like, "Yeah, we doing our thing, but it's gonna be a 4-quarter football game. This we want it." And like, I love Flo, man. I know he ain't coached me directly, as a player, but that's the type of coach you want to play for. Keep you motivated on the sideline. He go pat you on the back, but keep you motivated, all at the same time. So I'm sure he chomping at the bit. This offense for the Texans, they've been lighting people up, doing their thing. CJ Stroud, he really ain't been slowed down too much in his first, year and a couple games so far. So I'm sure he's gonna try and dial it up. And like I said, even if you look at that, that Vikings defense, you'll look at it, they don't have like anybody like Cradle. They got Gilmore, they got Harrison Smith. Those guys are on the older side but still playing well. And Van Ginkel be doing this thing. Shout out to him. He's a baller, one of the most underrated players in the entire league. But they just got a bunch of solid football players that believe in the plan. So yeah, I'm excited for that one, man. Vikings, they've been shocking some people, shocking the world so far. I know I kind of doubt him. I didn't know what Sam Darnold was going to do, but he been handling his business. I don't know what other games y'all got looking forward to this weekend.
I'm looking forward to. So I'm looking forward to 2 games. So one, my upset is definitely is I think the Eagles going to play. It's an interesting game because the Super Bowl is in New Orleans this year. And I think they trying to make a statement. I think they trying to let people know.
You went the crib.
I mean, how New Orleans feel about their Saints. If they make it to that, it's going to be ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's
so they trying to set the tone. They trying to set the tone. And I feel like the Eagles, they lost with the last.
Yeah, they won one.
And I just feel like, this is not the start that they thought they would have with the pieces they got. Yeah. And, they lose this game. It's going to be a lot of people coming in. Are the Eagles a bust? Or do they not know what to do?
The coach going to be,
I just don't think they want to. How do you cancel that noise? You go out there and win the game on Sunday.
For sure.
You know what I mean? So I think that's what they're going to do as far as the Chargers game. Obviously, I want my Chargers to win. That's going to be an interesting game because obviously J.K. Dobbins been lights out. He's balling for them right now. I mean, to come off to what he did, and I got a chance to play with bro. Bro got a smooth game. Bro, I got to watch him up close. He's definitely alpha. We both was at it when we was both at it, just with everything. But he's such a competitor, and I like that about him. But he knows how Pittsburgh play. He's been playing them twice a year, so it's not like he's unfamiliar with that territory. So, and then the Chargers are trying to establish. They're trying to be like the Ravens in that division that they are in the AFC West.
Yeah, physical.
The physical. They went and got the GM from the Ravens. They trying to change that whole culture. And I think the best way to start by showing people we're here is to go knock one of the toughest, baddest teams and go hit them in the mouth. And that's the Pittsburgh Steelers. Will it be easy? No. Will you be able to stop TJ Watt? No.
Robin, they got two good tackles though. They got Slater and they got Joe Alt. So I'm not saying they're gonna slow TJ anybody.
Down, Joe, and
TJ giving everybody work.
Joe Alt, that boy a big fella though. I give him that. He hold his own so far. And Harbaugh, he coaching them trenches. And that's what I feel like the Chargers been missing. over the last few years. They had all the talent, a lot of hype, but I don't think they had the right coach to really push them to get where they need to be. Now you got Harbaugh. He gonna want to play physical. He gonna want you to dominate from the line of scrimmage on back, and they showed it, early on this year. Like they gonna run at you. I don't care if Herbert throw for 300 yards, he throw for 150. You gonna feel this run game. You gonna feel this pass rush and this run defense. Yeah, that's how you win, man. Like I said, teams is not trying to see that. They not trying to deal with that physicality before. They want you to throw it, 30, 40 times, get they pass rushes, dial up they fancy blitzes and all that stuff. That's what they want. I'm telling you, like you can break a motherfucker willpower just running that ball, 40 times a game. Like nobody trying. Them linebackers ain't trying to do that. So yeah, I think it's dope to see what Harbaugh's done so far. I didn't know what they was gonna look like. I know still we only 2 games in, but it looked pretty positive so far.
Yeah.
Let me see what else matches.
I was gonna say I'm looking forward to the Chiefs and Falcons. I think that's gonna be a huge game. I mean, we know what the Chiefs bring to the table. I mean, they're coming off of last year, probably the best team in the league right now. But Falcons just had a really, really, really good game against the Eagles. That final drive, you saw Kirk O'Chains come alive. So, and not to mention you're gonna be in the Mercedes-Benz Dome too. So it's a home game. You got some momentum beating a really good Eagles team. So I'm looking forward to seeing them.
Defense not here to play around with nobody. They people sleeping on that defense.
Yeah, people sleeping on that defense. That defense is
not here to play around.
Yeah, they got some safeties that can hold their own back there. So
yeah, they get it.
Wonder how's that tight end doing from there?
Kyle Pitts.
He scored week 1, right?
Yeah, he scored week 1, but week 1 he might only had like 1 or 2 catches, but it was he had the touchdown, and I think that's what it's. I think that's what we missing as a team right now. Our defense gonna be solid. They're gonna be able to get off the field. They're gonna be able to cause turnovers and make plays. We got to get Kirk Cousins going, and you kind of seen it a little bit towards the end of that Eagles game, right? That last drive looked like the Kirk Cousins that they've been stealing all that money he's been stealing. But we got the weapons around them. Mooney made a couple plays. Ray McLeod there made in that ugly ass number made some good plays.
That's what he wore. That's what he wore at Clemson. That boy wore that 30. I'm pretty sure that 34.
Hit 34 at receiver, man. But if we find a way to get Drake London more involved and also Kyle Pitts more involved, I think that's what's going to make us super, super dangerous.
Yeah,
come down to that protection.
Some throws missed now to
for sure.
Yeah,
but I think it comes down to the protection. I feel like the Eagles was, not dominating the front, but they was getting to Kurt a couple of times. Yeah. So you keep him protected, I think he'll be able to have some more time.
Yeah, it's that Achilles, I think, bro.
Depending on the night, no.
Yeah, he was. I like Mooney too. I think Mooney.
I think that Dallas versus Baltimore game. I think that's
Oh yeah.
Both teams
Baltimore win that.
They both need to win bad. So.
Yeah, Baltimore, but tighten up, man. Them boys they sleep. Well, I know they were hyped week 1 for all that, and they lost on the last play type joint. Feel like that jump been carrying over. So they got a little bit more of a hype game going against Dallas. They better protect Lamar. We saw what they did to Deshaun Watson in week 1. They boys had like 6 sacks. So I guarantee Zimmer gonna dial it up. He gonna have that double mug. Everybody line up at the line of scrimmage, see if the offensive line can figure it out. That's what I would do. And they've been struggling, so far this year. I think that's gonna be an issue. That offensive line can't protect. And I know on our power a couple weeks ago, I said Lamar was gonna get back-to-back MVP. Watching that line. I don't think a little short this year, so
it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough.
Yeah, so man, that should be a good matchup, though.
Go ahead.
No, I just said they got rid of some good old linemen.
3 of them. They lost 3 of them things. Zeitler was another dude that went to the Jets when Moses gone. Zeit went to I forgot what team he went to, but he not there no more. I will say that. I forget
the boys was different up front. I knew it was gonna be. When I found out all them was gonna leave, but I know Harbaugh and they 0-2 right now. It's been a while since they've had that. At least Dallas won a game. I mean, the Dallas Cowboys fans make their records seem way worse than what it is. They lost the game. It's the end of the world now. Like, come on, y'all. Like,
they get blowed out though.
They get smoked, but like it's. You know what I'm saying? It can happen to anybody. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's early. You still figure it out. But the Baltimore Ravens are 0-2. I can guarantee you practice has been a living hell this week.
Well, hit, man.
I'm already in. I don't know where they in Dallas or they in Baltimore.
It is in Dallas.
In Dallas, yeah.
And you, I mean, James, you played in Dallas?
Yeah, I love their turf.
Hey, when you go to Dallas, you trying to show out.
Yeah.
You know what it is, so. You know,
and run the ball, man. Dallas can't Zeitler to the Lions. Ooh, that's a good move for them.
Yeah,
the Lions got a good ass offensive line.
5 line, hella first round draft.
Baltimore, run the ball. Dallas showed last week they couldn't stop. They can't stop nothing from, you know what I'm saying, from right. Alvin Kamara is a solid back, you know what I'm saying, but you got one of the best backs in the league, man. Run the ball.
Man, they not gonna use that man like that, man.
But I mean, he had a solid day last week. He had like 84 yards rushing.
You gonna have to wheel
15 on sports drive on this. That he.
What you said? My fault. Go ahead.
I'm saying the Saints. Half of that go with the Saints. It's not just the Cowboys' defense was bad, but the Saints' offense is rolling. Them boys ain't 15.
It's a statement year for them. They want to go to that shit, bro. I'm telling you, bro. That's what I'm talking about.
I love what they doing. I ain't sold. Yeah, I like what they doing. I got to see that.
Got to see one or two more.
You sold already?
They win this game. They win this game. I know they're going to the playoffs. They're gonna make some noise. Now, what you do when you get there?
I'm gonna tell y'all while I'm sold, man. That defense has always been. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure y'all play in New Orleans. Y'all know that defense always been like, man, you're going to have to scrap for every yard, dog. And then also having Tyrann Mathieu, like, he playing back to, you know, and he OG in the game, but he playing back to, like, Pro Bowl level ball. Obviously, Jordan coming off the edge. The secondary, you know, you're going to get Marshawn back at some point, who is a premier corner in the league. It all fall on the offense. And the way AK running that motherfucker, that's the piece, bro.
He from Louisiana, ain't he?
Oh, he from Louisiana.
Yeah.
That's the crib. It's a pride, bro. I'm telling you,
That's how them LSU motherfuckers is too.
The key for them is Derek Carr play all day.
Yeah, for sure.
100%.
If he can show what he need to show, them boys gonna go as far as they need, because they've always had a great offensive line. I felt like.
Yeah.
D-line always been good. They just really hasn't been clicking, and then the quarterback play ain't been up to par. But Derek Carr, Michael Jackson, he thriller now in the end zone.
Yeah, he cutting up.
You never seen him do that. So you don't act like that.
I'm telling you, they got him in there, man.
What's surprising to me though is they really don't got no true number one receiver, and I'm not saying who they got on the outside. Not good. But I'm saying
Chris Olave.
Olave good. 22. I don't want to mess his name up. I know it was
Rashid Shaheed.
Yeah, he good, right? Deep threat. But when you think of teams that have, you know, AJ Brown, that go-to receiver, Tyreek Hill, those boys them boys can become that, but they just, in my opinion, not that yet. Yeah. But I want to say this, like Mel said. DC, it run through Derek Carr, and man, I'm convinced, man, all that voodoo in New Orleans, dog, man, that's real.
You think they gonna outlast Tampa? You think because Tampa look good too now, so it's gonna see what they get. It's gonna be tough.
On site with Marshawn. It's on site with Marshawn.
Yeah, it's on site for sure. It's on site.
Oh yeah,
it's on site for sure. It should be a good week of football, though, man. That's a wrap for this Money Down podcast. Like I said, appreciate Mel, appreciate Ken tapping in with us. Make sure y'all keep liking, subscribing. We're going to continue to go live every Monday night, 10 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure y'all tap in with us. Get in the chat, comment, do whatever you got to do. We love that. Appreciate the love.